financially responsible party, how we're going to make all business decisions going forward with the business. We want to get a little specific about each one of our roles within the company. And then we want to talk about how we want to discuss any new information, any feedback that we have as the company grows and progresses. So there's a couple items that we need to discuss. One of them being, how are we going to make all business decisions? So let's start by asking Melissa, what do you think? Do you think that we should have a majority vote to where most people have to agree in order for us to move forward with an idea? Do you think that we need to have a unanimous vote to where each one of us has to agree in order to for us to move forward? What do you think?
I think majority.
Okay. Yeah, I think that majority is a good way to not get stuck on a certain issue. It's kind of difficult to get a unanimous vote sometimes. So does everybody agree with that?
Yes, I agree.
Okay. Okay, perfect. So we can go ahead and do that. So we'll do majority. Any kind of business decisions that we have, we'll just decide them that way. And another thing that we needed to talk about, I know we discussed it briefly on our other meeting, but who is going to be the responsible party, the financially responsible party for the business? So I just want to make sure, I know we talked about it a little bit, I want to make sure that we're all on the same page. I can be the financially responsible party. I can put in the $20,000 in cash that we had talked about, that we estimated our startup cost to be. And then I have already looked into the different loans in different banks, so we can, have somewhere to borrow from as the business grows if we need any kind of cash flow. Is that something that you guys all agree with?
Yes.
Agree.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Now, I just want to get a little specific about the roles that each one of us are going to have for the business, so we're all aware of, who does what day to day. We had already established that I'll be the financially responsible party, so I'm more so looking to keep an eye on things remotely and stay in touch with our managing partners. They're going to be the ones handling the day-to-day activity. So let's start with the different roles. So who is going to be handling HR? And then just everybody, if you can share a little bit about what your position entails so we can all be aware. So as far as HR, who will be handling that?
HR would be me. That's Melissa Peckham. I would be in charge of making sure that we all abide by the rules, regulations, laws. Also the hiring, firing, hopefully no firing, but hiring of employees. But if I have to fire, that too. And then
Right.
in any case that there's any problems or issues that may come up among coworkers or management, that would also come to me as well.
Perfect. Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that, Melissa. As far as our managing partners, who will be our managing partners that will be doing our day-to-day operations in the store?
That would be me. And I will be performing a variety of duties as a on-the-floor manager. Me and Jessica, which was one of the other managing officers here, we will be working hand in hand to provide the best experience for our customers and employees. At times I will work the register. I will make drinks if it gets too busy and overwhelming. I will also work with Anthony about new products and inventory supplies. I will also check coffee making products before and after every shift to see if they are working properly. Me and Jessica, and we will work together as far as making schedules for employees as well, making sure the restrooms are clean, tidy. Those are one of the most important duties. So I just will be responsible for being a leader on the floor. And first and foremost, I will always be basically trying to make the daily grind coffee shop flourish as a company.
And I'll be more on the administrative side, working in the office. Like you said, obviously helping with things such as payroll, scheduling of employees, kind of coordinating with employees, team building events, ensuring that we're having those monthly meetings with them and keeping in touch with them, so that way we can build that customer experience for our customers.
That's awesome. I'm actually really excited to have you guys be there in the store day to day, to have some of our partners be there daily and show our presence. So I'm really excited about that. Now let's move forward to accounting.
That would be me. Okay, I have an appointment scheduled next week with the bank to open our account, and also I'll look for credit card terminal, so we can have that in the store. Other duties will be regular bookkeeping, like recording all transactions, vendors invoices, depositing cash in the bank, paying all vendors on time, doing the direct deposit for all employees. Besides those daily bookkeeping duties, I'll be also preparing financial reports for us to present to all partners, so we can make sure that we are making profit. And I would suggest maybe we can meet over the financial statements every 3 months. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
So last but not least, sales and marketing. And Anthony, you would be doing sales and marketing, correct?
Yep, I was calling purchasing, but that sounds good to me. I've already reached out to some plantations in anticipation of this assignment, and I think it's important to have a supply chain that's safe, and I think we should have a backup supply chain as well. The supply chain, I think, from Costa Rica is a good one just because of its close proximity, multiple airports. We can ship stuff in right to Tampa. We can say that it's probably one of the closest regions for good coffee. As far as a van for transport, we're going to need to get into stuff like that as well. But I also have ideas for that, expanding on a van with a trailer so that we're not getting large vehicles, and again, trying to stay eco-friendly and fuel efficient. Stuff like that. As far as seasonal purchasing for different flavors and things, I have some different ideas on how to get more natural and organic supplies of different flavors that we can also market. I can work with the marketing department and just save all my receipts for the accounting department for sure.
For sure.
Awesome. Yeah, and I like what you said about the flavors, because we have different big chain stores that we're competing with, and they have really popular flavors that come out seasonally. So we definitely want to come up with our own. So I think that's a really important step too, if we want to be, in competition. So I think that's good as far as anything that we needed to discuss. Now we can move forward with our action items. There's a couple of things that we need to take action on. How are we going to discuss any kind of changes and concerns that we have or that come up as the business progresses? Jessica, do you have any suggestions on that?
I think what we need to do is probably meet every 2 weeks, especially at the beginning when the business is getting up, and then as the business progresses, maybe change that to a monthly. And I'm happy to get with everybody on their schedule so we can come up with a time frame and a day every 2 weeks.
Yeah, I think that's perfect. I think that's a really good time frame as far as meetings, especially like you. Eventually, we're going to do you map up a 6 months and then to everybody to make sure it works for everyone?
Absolutely, I'll get on that right after.
Thank you so much. A couple other information items to wrap up the meeting. So as far as the new logo, I know it's been a long battle to get it to exactly where we want it to be, but we finally received copies of the logo, so hopefully this is the final draft. I just received it about an hour ago, so I'm gonna email it over to you guys as soon as we're done with the call, so you can tell me what you think. And then the other last information item, Brian, where are we at as far as finding retail location?
We're getting close. We're getting really, really close. It's been a little difficult to find one, in a high traffic area with a drive-through and just consistent traffic. But I have one that looks super, super promising. I'm going to look at it this weekend, so I'll keep you guys posted. Let's keep our thumbs crossed. Fingers crossed, sorry.
Yeah,
Can't keep our thumbs
for
crossed.
sure.
It's not possible.
So no, that's great. Yeah, I know that especially with the budget that we are trying to stick with initially, it's because it's so high to start the business. But I think that we can really do it. I have faith in you. That you get back with us for with some good news.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
So does anyone? That's kind of wrapping up the meeting. Does anyone have any questions? Anything that we want to share before we wrap this up? No?
Nothing here.
No? Awesome. So, all right. Well, I know just that's scheduled together. So we'll go ahead and wait for that and see when our next meeting will be.
Alrighty.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you guys so
Thank you.
much. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
This is going to be PowerPoint. Good. No, the background that was recording it.
Everyone left.
And click on the PowerPoint icon.
I did.
And you right click on it. Okay, then I guess just hit save right now. Cause you're gonna
I don't think it saved it.
click on the part.
Why does it keep dinging? Oh, over here. I'm still logged in over here, that's why. Why can't I see this now? I wonder. I didn't do it. Well, that didn't do it. I was just curious if that link did it. It didn't.
No, you have to register as a live stream with that link.
Alright, so what happened to my PowerPoint then? Video. Where did it save to?
So the videos. Click the video thing in there. Oh, it's still going.